Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. I'm going to bring you my weekly numbers once again. Very inefficient week. Lazy people being lazy. But one thing I want to comment about is some of the comments I get on older videos, and a few in particular, especially the Mercer videos. You know, I did over a year ago, I did some Mercer videos while I was still there, and people that are at Mercer are very sensitive drivers. And I put out a review of Mercer saying that I couldn't make money doing things the way I wanted to do them. And I also went on that video to say, you can make lots of money with Mercer, but you just can't do things the way that you want to. And so I get these comments about once or twice a week on that video, people saying, oh, you can't do things the way you want to do them. You'll never make money like that. And my reaction is, why did you go through all the effort of becoming an owner-operator, spend all your time, money, work your butt off to become an owner-operator, lease your truck onto a company like Mercer or Landstar, where the idea is that you can go where you want, run your business the way you want to, and still make money. I couldn't do that. Now, there might be people at Mercer who are in the right areas, but when you're at those companies, you're limited to one load board. And when I was there, there was nothing good in Texas. There was just no rates of freight going back and forth where I wanted to go. No good rates going out west. A lot of Mercer's freight was heavy and cheap. So these guys commenting on there saying you can't do things the way you want to, they just don't get it. Why go through all that effort to be an owner-operator if you're still letting people dictate to you what you're doing with your business? Doesn't make sense to me. But this is a perfect example. Like I've said in previous videos, people always come up with this $200,000 a year mark. Oh, I'm making $200,000 a year. That's easy to do. That's super easy. You can do that just about anywhere if you're an owner operator. But the hard thing that people, can't seem to imagine is being able to do that your way, going where you want to go and making the decisions, not letting somebody else dictate where you go, when you go, and how much you make. So this is a perfect example. Even though this was just a bad week, very inefficient week, I still did pretty good. So let's run through it. Took off on a Thursday. I picked up was supposed to pick up a trailer, do a live load, and then take that out to Las Vegas. I just the week before that, about a week and a half before that, load boards were slowing down. Rates were looking, not bad, but they were just getting stagnant. And I was making a decision, should I just stay home for a couple of weeks? And then because I can do things the way that I like to do them, I just got the feeling, hey, I want to take a trip out west. I haven't been out west in a while. So that's what I did. I found this load going to Vegas. So I was supposed to go to Houston and do a live load. So I get to Houston and I get an email saying, oh, well, you got to go pick up an empty trailer 150 miles in the opposite direction. So that's how the week started. And so I said, hey, I'm not going to do that unless you give me more money. And we went back and forth. Finally, they gave me more money, and I did the live load, went to Vegas. I love driving out that way. I drive slow, take my time, no traffic, beautiful scenery. And so when I got out there, I was able to drop that trailer, pick up an empty trailer to do a loadout for the trip back. I'd already found a load coming back, which was under 10,000 pounds. Negotiated on that one, got it for about $350 a mile. And I was in Vegas Saturday evening and Sunday. Got in a reset, even though I didn't need to. But just messed around with the truck, did some work on the truck, messed around a little bit, and then went in to pick up my load Monday, and that's where the fun started. Lazy people being lazy. I called first, and they told me, hey, your load is ready, come get it. Got over there, my load wasn't ready, or they just didn't know where it was. These guys in the warehouse. It was just, I actually recorded these guys in the warehouse doing this, and later I thought, you know what, I'm just not going to embarrass anybody like that, because it was comical, these guys. And when I say lazy people being lazy, that's exactly what it was. They didn't care about nothing. Ended up not getting loaded until almost midnight, so that was a lot of hours just sitting. Didn't throw me off schedule much, because I wasn't expecting to get out of there until about 1 or 2 that afternoon, and I wasn't going to drive very hard because I had a delivery appointment. But getting out at midnight threw me off a little bit. Let the agent know, hey, I'm going to be about 3 hours late for this appointment. And an agent, being an agent, said, oh, no problem, deliver at any time. And I emailed him, I texted him, and I called him just to make sure they were going to be open 3 hours later than my appointment. Oh yeah, go ahead, buddy, they'll be there. Guess what? I showed up and they left early for the day, because the agent never bothered to tell them that I was going to be a little late. Anyhow, that still didn't make a whole big difference. I was planning on being home the next day, around 10 o'clock. So I ended up spending the night there in the parking lot. I got unloaded about 6 o'clock in the morning and was on the way home. Still could have been home about 12 or 1 o'clock, but I got a call from an agent that said, hey, can you do a couple loads for me? And they were kind of right on the way, the normal little runs I do. So I said, heck yeah, I'll do them. So that was the week in a nutshell. But wasted time. These people working in these warehouses, they don't really care about you. There are some that really are on the ball, and they understand that if your wheels are not turning, you're not making money. But some of these guys, especially the union areas, they're not going to get in a big hurry. So that it really could have been a killer week if those guys, would have got everything on the ball. If I was planning on coming home, but if I would have got unloaded Wednesday morning, I probably could have found another $2,000 load, and then a little something after that. But anyway, it worked out pretty good, even though there's a lot of wasted time. Let's see. So I took off on a Thursday, got home on a Friday. There was a reset in the middle. 87 total hours. That's driving, that's sitting and waiting. That's not sleeping in the bunk or doing anything else, or not reset hours or nothing like that. That's just what would have been considered on-duty time, I guess. 3,400 miles total for a gross of $9,850. I wrote it down somewhere. I don't see it on here, but the efficiency, like the number I like to do every week, the efficiency number. Usually I'm about $150, $160 per hour. This week it was about $113 an hour, which is way down there, but we'll see how it worked out later. So fuel prices are just skyrocketing. They have been for the last 2 years, just going up and up and up. These last 2 weeks they've really been going up. But I used 453 gallons of fuel, and with my discount I got going out there, I got a really good fuel discount. And then coming back, like in just that 2 days time period, rates just jumped up another 30 or 40 cents. But I spent $2,062 on fuel. And if you do all the math, 3% for factoring, you add in $650 for ELD, load boards, insurance, maintenance, whatever. If you do all that, my net at the end of the week was $6,842, and that's for being gone away from home for 8 days, which I usually don't do. I'm usually doing a more efficient out and back. I don't usually try to get this reset in there. To me, that's really a lot of wasted time doing a reset somewhere else and not at your house. But I just got the bug this week. I wanted to go out west, and freight wasn't looking that great. But $6,842 net, which goes in my pocket. I think most people would say that was a pretty good week, especially doing things your way, the way that I wanted to do them, instead of being at Mercer or Landstar and being stuck on that one load board. Having to go to the Northeast or wherever you have to go to make money their way. I did it my way, and that's it.